Understand this, all unhappiness is formed when we take our being away from the present moment. So being present means being fully conscious of the moment and free from internal dialogue. And I'm going to show you in this video how to do that. So hey guys, I'm Laura and I make videos that will awaken your awareness. Now there's this quote from Buddha, and it's the secret of health for both mind and body is not to mourn for the past, nor to worry about the future, but to live in the present moment wisely and earnestly. So the present moment is really the only true moment we actually have. Quantum physics teaches us that time's a man-made thing. We're taught that it's like from A to B. We're born, we're babies, we grow and we get old and then we die. But what quantum physics actually teaches us is that everything is happening simultaneously. So that means that in this moment right now, the child version of you is happening right now. The old man or old lady version of you is happening right now. And everything else in between is happening right now. My human brain can't really comprehend it, but that is what quantum physics teaches. Everything is happening in this moment right now. It's the only true moment we have. And this is why it's important to start practicing becoming more present to the moment. Being present to the moment is where you have your power. It's because we're creative beings. We create and we manifest our reality, right? Well, if you want to manifest and create a better life for yourself, you need to be more present instead of being like stuck in these thoughts in the past or worrying about the future. If your thoughts are constantly going in either of those directions, like your thoughts are constantly like you're worrying about things from the past, you're worrying about the future, think of it like you're wasting your energy. It's a waste of energy. And this is why it's good to practice mindfulness and being present. At the end of this video, I will teach you how to do this. But you need to really understand why we want to do this, okay? So we have thought patterns that run in the subconscious mind. Now, we have about, I think it's about 60,000 thoughts a day. And 95% of those thoughts are from the day before. So what that means is we basically have these thought patterns that are running on autopilot in the subconscious mind. And your thought patterns is what's helping create your reality. But if you're having the same thoughts as the day before, and those thoughts are the same as the day before, then your reality is not really going to change much, right? So being in the present moment is where your true power is really at. And that is where you can create better realities for yourself. We need to really, it's not just about creating a better future for ourselves. There's so many other benefits which I've written down here. We'll run through them in a minute, but it's overall better for you, your wellness and your health and everything like that to start practicing being present. But yes, one of the advantages is the fact that you will be better at manifesting and creating your reality when you start practicing and becoming more present. Okay, so we're going to run through the benefits of being present. Why would we want to? Well, firstly, it's going to boost your memory, okay? It makes you a better listener for your loved ones, because the reason you're a better listener is because you're more in the moment. I'm one of these people and I can't help it because I've always been like this. And it may even be traits of ADD. I've never been diagnosed and will never be diagnosed or labeled as anything, but I do seem to have traits of ADD type people. And that is one of these things I used to do a lot as a child or I still do it now. I tune out very easily and get lost in my thoughts very easily. Now that can be good for imagination because imagination is how you manifest, but it's really easy for me to slip out of the moment. Like say if someone's talking to me about something, it's really easy for my mind to just slip out of the moment and get lost in my thoughts because I've always been like this since a kid. But when you practice being more present in the moment, it helps you, you're a better listener because you're being more present in the moment when the person's communicating with you. And because you're a better listener, people are going to respond better to you because they're going to notice that, that you're actually present with them when they're talking. They're going to feel respected, So people are going to respond better to you. You're going to come across as a way better person for being a better listener, and it's just going to improve your relationships. So number 3 is it increases your awareness of your surroundings, becoming more aware. Instead of like walking around being lost in your thoughts, you might not even realize someone's there about to rob you because you're lost in your thoughts, and someone's like out of the blue like holding you up for some cash or something. But if it can help, you to be more aware of your surroundings and what's going on, being more present to it all, rather than just getting lost in your thoughts, because it is pretty easy to do. But when you practice becoming present, then that will happen to you less. Like, you won't be getting lost in your thoughts as much, because the more you practice it, the better you get. Like, I've been practicing it and I've noticed the change in myself. So, that's definitely an advantage, becoming more aware of your surroundings. Now, number 4 is it leads to a greater happiness in your life. You're just overall more happy. Being able to actually be in the moment and enjoy things as they're happening. Rather than, like, you might be hanging out with your kids playing a game, but you're focused on something else in your mind, worrying about something to do with work, and you're not actually being in the moment with your kids. It leads to more happiness in life. When you are actually, sitting down, you're present with your kids and playing with them and stuff. So, there's so many benefits to this. So number 5 is you'll appreciate what's around you and let yourself have fun. You appreciate what's around you just because you're more present to it. Okay, and number 6 is boost your self-awareness. Self-awareness is key when it comes to improving yourself, when it comes to transformation. Like they say, 90% of transformation is awareness. Once you're aware of something, you're almost there with your transformation. So self-awareness is like a huge thing when it comes to, wanting to improve yourself, wanting to become a better version of yourself. And when you do become a better version of yourself, then you're able to create a better reality for yourself. Because we're manifesting our realities every day, whether we realize it or not. So boosting your self-awareness is going to serve you in a really positive way. Number 7, less overthinking. So you'll be less out of your head. Because that's the problem, is like we're in our heads too much. And what it's about is getting into the body more. So we'll talk about that soon, okay? How we actually become more present. But that's the key. Number 8, helps absorb more knowledge. So it helps you to absorb more knowledge and improve your skills. Just helps you be, again, because you're just more present to the moment. You're more present, you're more aware, you're taking more things in. And because of that, you can improve your skills. So overall, it's just going to make you a better person in so many different areas of your life. And the last one down here is reduce stress. You're not as stressed, because when you are more in the moment, it reduces the stress because you're not worrying about stuff that, like, there's no point worrying about the future because you don't actually know what's going to happen in your future. For example, you see ads on TV, that might be encouraging you to save for your retirement. And then it might have you worried about, oh my God, am I going to have enough money when I retire? And you're like all stressing about it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford to retire. I mean, yeah, it's good to plan for your future, but there's only so much you can plan for. But the other thing is what if you waste all this energy worrying about your retirement and you don't even live that long? You might not make it to your retirement. We're not all guaranteed a long life. We're here for as long as we're supposed to be here, but you might be wasting all this energy worrying about saving for your retirement, and you might not even make it there. And then you just wasted energy for nothing. So it helps to reduce the stress, and the stress gets put on us through society, through TV, always trying to have us worrying about things. So it's just overall beneficial for you to actually start practicing this. And it's really simple to do as well. It's not even that difficult. So I'll run through how we become more present. Now, the first one is you can focus on breathing, right? You can just maybe decide to put 5 or 10 minutes aside out of your day. It could be on your lunch break, where you're just sitting there and you're just consciously breathing, doing deep breaths. Just consciously breathe, because most of the time we're not consciously breathing, and we're not breathing properly because of it. So just even taking that time, like 5-10 minutes a day, just to breathe consciously will help you become more present. Limit time on social media. Social media takes you away from the present moment, and to be honest, I cannot stand being around people, like being in someone's presence, who are just hooked on their phone. And it's like they're just sitting there. I've literally been at someone's house in their presence, and they're just scrolling Facebook, and I'm just like, why am I here? Should I just leave and leave you to your phone? Because it's like, you know, you should be more in the moment. If you've got someone at your house, you should be more in the moment with that person, not just lost in your phone. So limiting time on social media, because it's social media is stealing you away from the present moment. You know, so you kind of need a little bit of self-discipline around how much time you allow yourself to be on social media. And it's really easy to get sucked into social media. That's because of the way these apps are designed. They are designed like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. They're all competing for your attention. Facebook doesn't want you to leave their app to go to YouTube, so they're competing, you know, for you to stay on their app. This is why you'll be scrolling on Facebook and it's like suggestion for you, and there's something that comes up that's suggested for you, because they're trying to keep you hooked in. But then at the same time, if it's keeping you hooked in, it's taking you away from the present moment. So this is why you really do need to have that self-discipline, not to allow yourself to get so hooked in, because it is easy to do. Like, I've found myself on TikTok, and I'm just like, end up scrolling for longer than I like intended to. So it's like, okay, I need to like have a bit more self-discipline, limit the time, you know, I'm on there sort of thing. And then once that time's up, that's it, I'm off, you know? So it's just having some self-discipline. But yes, like, it's important to limit your social media time, because it's stealing you away from the present moment. And if you're around other people, like you're socializing, don't sit there and be on your phone. It's just rude and disrespectful anyways. Put it away. You don't need it. Enjoy the moment. Look around. Be observant. What's going on? What can you smell in the air? Like, really start taking things in more. Okay, the other thing is gratitude journal. This is because if you have a gratitude journal and you're writing down like, oh, I was so grateful for that delicious piece of cake I had today. Oh, I was so grateful that I got to see this person. We had this really cool conversation. Like, what it's training you to do, yes, it's training you to be grateful, but it's also helping you become more present in the moment, especially with the small things. The small things that lots of people overlook and don't really give a second thought. Like, oh yeah, I caught up with someone today, but it's like you don't really appreciate it, or really, like, it's just sort of like slips your mind really easily that happened today, right? But if you start noting down these little things that, oh yeah, this was cool that this happened today, and they're just small stuff, that is training you to be more appreciative of the small moments in life, and therefore it trains you to be more present to those small moments. Small moments is really what makes life. Like, some people just live for the big stuff, holidays and like flash cars and houses, and they miss the small things, like sitting down for a cup of coffee with your best friend having a yarn. You know, small moments are actually better than the big moments. So doing a gratitude journal trains you to be more present to the small stuff and appreciative of it. I saved the best for last. Meditation. So there's different forms of meditation, right? But I'm going to share with you the meditation technique that I've been using that is really working for me. And I know it works for other people, because the key to becoming more present, the key is staying connected to the body. Because a lot of the times we are too much in our heads, right? We're in our heads, we get lost in thoughts, and that's how we're stolen away from the present moment, basically. So what we do is we want to connect to our body. And I have two types of meditations, one that gets you connected to the body and one that's good for observing your thought patterns. The combination of two will work great, but if you do not have time for both, then I'll say the first meditation I teach is the one to use if you want to become more present. And that is, I've said this in other videos, you just get a candle, stare at the candle flame, right? It doesn't have to be a candle if you don't have one. It can be an object. But candles are great to use, because when you stare at a candle flame, it's almost like you can go in a little bit of a trance. It's like eyes that wander is a mind that wanders. When you focus on the flame, it helps to quieten down your mind. And like I say, it can put you in a little bit of a trance. But what you do is you stare at this candle flame and you breathe in. As you breathe in, you put the awareness in your body. You feel the awareness in your feet, your hands, could be your core. Just feel the awareness in your body on the breath in, and you feel the separation. This is important. Feel the separation between you and the candle. And this gets you grounded in the body, out of the head and in the body. That's what you want to do. And this trains you to become more present to the moment. I have been doing this meditation technique for, I'd say probably over a year now, like daily for over a year. And it has definitely trained me to become more present. So now, because like I said, the key's connecting to your body. So it's getting your energy out of the head, grounded in the body. So you're not all up here in the monkey brain getting lost in thoughts. And then being grounded in the body, it's like, that's what trains you to become more present. Like, you think of it like the gym. Consistency is key. Do it daily, you'll see the results. So since I've been doing this daily for over a year, the results I'm now getting is I have noticed when I go out into the world, just doing my usual thing, I am becoming more present while I'm out. And as I'm becoming more present, I'm taking in more, but then I start focusing on putting the awareness in my body, because it's key, right? So I make sure, okay, I'm aware of my body, I'm taking in my surroundings, really being present in the moment. And, you know, sometimes you slip out of being present, and that's okay. If you do slip out, it's okay. Because it's like you've got to train yourself, you've got to practice at it. But I've just noticed the more I'm doing this candle meditation, the more present I'm now starting to become in my reality. When I'm just out and about doing my usual stuff, I'm just like, you know, I'm just becoming a lot more present and taking in and observing a lot more. So that, out of all the things I suggest doing all these things as a combination, but that candle meditation is really the key thing that will, like if you're pushed for time, you don't have time to do everything, the candle meditation is what will get you there. Okay, it will train you to become more present. Now, the other candle meditation you can do is, again, just staring at the candle flame, and you just observe your thoughts. This helps you to observe your thought patterns, because like I said before, we have these thought patterns that are like running on the auto, like in the subconscious mind on auto. And they're the same thought patterns, like 95% of them were from the day before, and they're just constantly like, we're not even realizing it, right? But when you're staring at a candle flame, again, you've got to do it consistently to get the results. You just simply observe your thought patterns as if you're sitting on a park bench and you're just watching your thoughts go past. You just observe. You don't try and control the thoughts. Like if you have a negative thought, oh no, I better not think of that. Don't try and control. You just simply watch what thoughts are going. Just like you're on a park bench and they're just going past. Just observe them. So it's going to train you to observe your thought patterns, and that will also help you become more present to the moment. So I hope you like this video, guys. If you did, give me a thumbs up or write a comment. If you like this sort of content, then subscribe and hit the bell notification. And I really hope you do understand the importance of being present, how it's really going to serve you and improve your life. And, you know, give this stuff a go. Consistency is key. So make, like if you push for time, maybe just pick one and just incorporate that into your daily routine. But again, limit time on social media is another key thing you should really do. But yeah, even let me know in the comments if you've been practicing and if it has helped you. Because like I said, the present moment is the key moment. It's the only moment we truly do have. We're creative beings, and this is where we can, you know, create better lives for ourselves. So I hope you like this video, guys. Have an awesome day. I hope I see you on the next one. Peace.